It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call Pokémon Legends Arceus one of the best Pokémon games in recent memory, if not even among the series' finest outings ever, period, so it's no surprise that Pokémon Legends ZA has been turning heads the way that it has been, even though details have been scarce since its announcement. Of course, recently that changed with Pokémon Company, Nintendo, and Game Freak providing a new look at the upcoming action RPG, and in the process showcasing its first gameplay footage. Plenty emerged on Pokémon Legends ZA as a result, so here we're going to go over the 10 most crucially newly revealed details that you should know about the game. Setting. Upon its announcement last year, it was confirmed that Pokémon Legends ZA would be set entirely in the Paris-inspired Lumiose City in the Kalos region, and more details have now emerged on that front. For starters, yes, the game is set entirely within the city, which means we won't be exploring the entirety of Kalos again, just Lumiose itself, which is going to have to be larger and more fleshed out than any Pokémon city has ever been in a game to date. Crucially, unlike Pokémon Legends Arceus, which was set in past Sinnoh, ZA will take place in the present day. Clearly, Game Freak isn't just following a formula laid down by Arceus. Story. Pokémon Legends ZA will see Lumiose City in the midst of what's been dubbed an urban redevelopment plan, the goal of which is to make the city a space where people and Pokémon can coexist and thrive together in total harmony. As the game begins, players will find themselves in Lumiose City during their travels, though how you become part of this redevelopment plan remains to be seen. Your base of operations throughout your journey in the thriving city will be Hotel Z, run by someone Pokémon X and Y fans will find familiar. Meanwhile, the mysterious legendary Pokémon Z-Guard will also be involved, though exactly in what capacity is, well, appropriately enough, it's a mystery. Characters. Several characters who will play a central role in Pokémon Legends ZA story have also been revealed. Depending on whether you choose to play as male or a female, you'll meet either Tawny or Urbane, who are Pokémon trainers who work at Hotel Z to help support the hotel's owner. The owner, incidentally, is AZ, who was a key character in Pokémon X and Y. For those unfamiliar, he is more than 3,000 years old, the former king of the Kalos region, and was a key figure in an ancient war that was once fought in this part of the Pokémon world. AZ's Pokémon partner, Floette, will also appear. Meanwhile, there's also Jet, who's the CEO of Quasartico, the corporation driving the Lumiose City's urban redevelopment plan. Vinny, who is Jet's secretary. Starters. Who are the starters is the one question that everyone invariably asks anytime a new Pokémon game is unveiled. And sure enough, the trio of pocket monsters who will serve as Pokémon Legends ZA have also now been revealed. Like its predecessor, it will bring a mix and match of starter Pokémon from previous regions. And like its predecessor, none of the three are from the region that it's set in. 2 of Johto's starters are coming back in the form of Totodile and Chikorita. Sorry, Cyndaquil, but this is what you get for Typhlosion's many crimes, while the Unova region's Tepig is also returning. Wild Zones. With Pokémon Legends ZA being set entirely in Lumiose City, there's going to be a litany of urban environments, which is obviously going to be a big change from Arceus. But what does that mean about wild Pokémon battles? Scattered throughout the city, players will find a number of wild zones, which are chunks of Lumiose that have been cornered off and designated exclusive habitats for wild Pokémon. This is where you'll encounter, battle, and catch wild Pokémon, though exactly how many of these zones there are in Lumiose City hasn't been confirmed. City exploration. Of course, as mentioned, you can expect plenty of city exploration, more so than in any other Pokémon game in fact. Set entirely within the boundaries of the Kalos region's biggest city, Pokémon Legends ZA will feature plenty of dense urban environments for players to traverse. The newest footage for the game shows glimpses of some interesting traversal mechanics, from riding elevators to rooftops that seem fully explorable, to double jumping across chasms between structures. Though whether any of Arceus' open-world traversal mechanics will come back remains to be seen. Combat. This is one of the biggest pieces of info about Pokémon Legends ZA, and it's easy to see why. It's hugely significant. For the first time in series history, battles in the game will not be turn-based. Real-time battles will now see both Pokémon and trainers moving around freely, while attacks will also now be dodgeable. Different attacks will have different attributes, like range and area of effect, and how and when you choose to unleash your attacks will be crucial to the flow of fights. Based on the footage shown, including the on-screen UI, each of your active Pokémon's 4 moves will be assigned to a face button each, with each attack running on a cooldown. Mega Evolutions. From Z-moves to Dynamax to terrestrialization, Pokémon has tried to replicate the success of Mega Evolutions with new gimmicks every generation. But none have come close to matching that first effort. The fan-favorite gameplay feature was confirmed to be coming back in Pokémon Legends ZA when it was announced last year, and its newest showing offered new looks at what it'll look like. Using Keystones and Megastones in combination, certain but not all Pokémon will be temporarily Mega Evolved into super powerful versions of themselves, which will not only afford them new and explosive moves, but might even grant them completely new types. Confirmed Megas. In the footage that's been revealed for Pokémon Legends ZA so far, several Mega Evolutions have been confirmed already. Officially confirmed to be in the game are Mega Evolutions for Gyarados, Kangaskhan, Absol, Gardevoir, Sabil, Altaria, Ampharos, Lucario, and both Mega Evolutions for Charizard. Presumably, we can also expect Mega Evolutions for Feraligatr, Meganium, and Emboar for the first time ever, seeing as they're the evolutions for our starters this time, though that hasn't yet been officially confirmed. Launch. So when exactly can we get our hands on the game? Well, we don't know the exact release date still, though the Pokémon Company and Nintendo have, at the very least, narrowed down its release window. Pokémon Legends ZA is officially due out in late 2025, with its Japanese trailers mentioning a fall launch, which means we're probably looking at November for a release, which is a fall month in the latter stages of the year. The game will be available on Nintendo Switch, though there is no word yet on whether Nintendo intends to release it as a cross-gen title for the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. If nothing else, Switch 2 owners will be able to play the game via backwards compatibility. So, there's that. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.